Hi guys, a little bit of a warning, my dogs are in the studio and they're already scratching about and being noisy, so sorry for any external sniffing. Okay, so today I thought I'd do like a natural makeup that actually looks like a natural makeup. Often we do natural makeup, but it's not really that natural, and sometimes, especially if you wear something bright like this, you can't think about what makeup you're going to wear. You just want to look as polished as you can, but without something that's also going to clash with this. So we're going to go for a really natural look, and I'll show you how I would do that. And then we can beef it up a little bit so it still stays natural, but something a little bit more interesting that would still go with something bright like this. So I'm going to start by clipping this bit of hair back. Right, we're going to begin with SPF. Everything begins with SPF. The one that I've just put on is Ultraviolette SPF 50 in Queen Screen. I know it's the winter, but you still need it. Do your neck as well. Right, we're going to use these. This one is Arborium Pink Primer, and it's pore minimising and blurring. And this one is Clarins SOS Primer, and this boosts radiance. Both of them have no colour. First of all, we're using the Clarins Radiance Primer, and we're just putting that all over. Bit down the neck as well. Right, then we're going to use the Arborium Pink Primer, and we're going to pop that anywhere we want to minimise pores. I'm going to swap the pink primer for the Clarins SOS mattifier, because that is also pore refining, but it mattes, so it means that we don't need a powder. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to pop this through anywhere where we want to not be shiny, but also minimise the pores. And we can come back and pop a little bit of this on after as well, when we want to take the shine off, because when we put concealer on and things like that, it can create shine. So we want to take this over the top of those products just to matte them down. Right, so at the moment, we're not using it as a mattifier, we're using it as a pore refiner. Next, you want to find a concealer that is as close to your skin colour as possible. Now for me, the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Luxurious Matte in 2.7N is very good. Now, this isn't a concealer that I love every day, day to day. I find it a little bit heavy, but in this instance, it's going to work perfectly because we need coverage, but we need to really blend it into this, so it's going to work really well. So you need a tiny little brush, and you are going to go from your concealer wand, and anywhere there's a blemish, you're going to pop a dot. Then if you want to, you can use a finger or you can use a brush just to push that concealer in. Now don't go crazy. If you draw concealer everywhere all over your face, then you're definitely not going to get that really natural effect that you want. So you have to use like the smallest amount. That's why we're using such a tiny little pinpoint brush for this. This brush here is Beauty Pie. This one here is Iconic London, but it doesn't have a number on it. But I don't know what they might say this is for eyeliner, but I find it too thick for eyeliner. I find it very, very good for concealer application though. Dogs are quieting down now. Right, don't take any concealer across the eyelid or anything like that, because if you've got natural shadow there, you want to keep it there. It needs to look natural. If you take it out with concealer, even if that's something that you're used to, it will stop looking natural. Now you can take a bit of that under the eyes, but again, don't do that thing where you draw it on from the concealer wand. It's just way too much. You don't need much, and we are trying to keep this natural, so tiny amount, and then really blend it in. Okay, next we're going to move on to brows. I'm starting with a clear brow gel, and I'm just going to brush that through my brows. And I'm brushing my brows up to get the shape. And then what we're going to do is we're only going to put a little bit of brow pen where we can see that we have gaps or space that needs to be filled in. MAC Shape and Shade in the colour Stud. So I'm just going to fill the brows in with a little bit of this where I have gaps. I need to move my mirror closer so I can get a little bit more intricate, so bear with me while I do this. And it's quite difficult to do this because you have to try not to be too neat with it, otherwise you'll throw the whole thing. Now I'm just taking some brow hairs from underneath and making them out of place just a bit. I'm going to take a clean buffing brush and just run that over the top. With your brow pen, now you're going to do a little bit of a line on the eyelid. I feel like with these natural looks, you do need a tiny bit of definition, and this is where it's going to be. Okay, I'm going to take that brush again and soften it. For me anyway, I need a little bit of something there. And I'm going to take that just in here. Smallest amount, so subtle. Well, the lovely thing about this makeup is that you don't have to be too neat with it, which suits me perfectly. Right, then we're going to mascara. So, the other end of the ruby hammer, you're just going to put this at the root of at the very base of the lash, okay? So don't take it all the way out. Mascara kills this look. So, and then take yourself a fluffy eyeshadow brush and use that to work that mascara through the lash. So it's taking off while just coating the lashes. I mean, obviously you could also tint your eyelashes, might be a bit easier, but there we go. I didn't know I was going to do this makeup today when I started. So right at the root of the lash. Do you know what? Do you know why I'm getting so red? It's probably about 50 degrees in here. It was so cold when I came in yesterday that I turned all the radiators to max. Does everyone else do that? Like, I have no patience, so I turned the radiators to max and then went home, and I've come in today and it's so hot. I'm going to use the Reeson highlighter duo, but only the cream part of that. And I'm going to use that just on the tops of the cheeks. Now, I do find often that putting a bronzer on is going to look very much like I've got makeup, whereas this bronze highlighter, this bronze highlighter works amazingly at giving a bit of a glow, but not giving me that kind of oranginess that I'm not great in bronzer, let's be honest. But this works really well. Now we can go back to our mattifier, pop a bit on your hand, and then using like a buffing brush or a flat brush, just pick some up and work it over the top, under the eyes, just to take the shine off. So this is clear, it has no colour, and through the laughter lines. I really like a lip liner because I don't like the natural shape of my lips, really. So if you can do it without a lip liner, just pop a lip balm on and you're done, right? But if you can't, then you need to find a lip liner that is as close to your lip colour as possible. Now, often lip liners come in colours that are very pink for a nude or very brown for a nude. Sometimes they're really peach, but I find on me the colours that work are mauves. So this one is from NYX and the colour is mauve. Another colour that works really well as a natural for me, although it is a little dark, so I have to really blend it out, is Aphrodite from Vive. Make sure you sharpen your pencil a lot because you don't want to put tons of liner on. So no matter how lightly you do that, it will always look a bit done. So you need to grab a brush and just rub over it. Has anyone seen that Twinflame documentary on Netflix? It's about a cult where they convince everybody that there's like one true love or something, and of course they just happen to be within this cult, and only this particular guy and his mad wife he's also mad. Not like she's mad, but they both are power and money mad. And they will tell you who your one true love is, but obviously it has to be someone within the network. And they didn't have enough men, so they started telling people that they were actually not women, they were men, like they were in the wrong gender. Honestly, guys, go watch it. It's 3 parts. Obviously could be 1. I hate the way they do that now. Everything's like 3 parts and you're like, come on. But anyway, really good. I was just watching it going, who would believe this? Anyway, so then you can go for a clear lip gloss if you want something shiny, or in my case, I'll just do a lip balm because I want to keep it as natural as possible. So I shall use this, which is Grown Alchemist lip balm. I like the smell of it. It's very good. I didn't need to put that much on. It probably does look like lip gloss now. So that is my natural makeup. I've hardly got anything on. And everything is kind of buffed down, pared down, but it doesn't clash, you know, it's super wearable. Okay, so next we're going to beef it up a bit, but we're not going to beef it up that much. It has to still be wearable, right? So we're going to take the Golden Bronze Longwear Cream Eyeshadow Stick from Bobbi Brown. And we'll go straight from the stick onto a brush. And then brush it on. Buff it. A lot. If you have a shimmery brown eyeshadow stick, I guarantee you probably don't need another one. This is the most sort of common colour. It's identical to Bronze Moon from ByTerry. Everyone does one in this colour, and it's such a nice colour, that's why. But I guarantee you have it if you have shadow sticks. And we'll pop a little of that just under the eye as well. You're very much relying on the sort of natural flush of the cheek throughout the day to kind of keep this looking real natural when you put an eyeshadow on. So don't go crazy with the concealer. Then I'm going to take a little bit of, this is an old ByTerry one, and the colour is Aqua Mint. I like the colour. I'm going to put that just on the outside, underneath outside edge. And just on the inside here. What I'm going to put on the lash line now is a colour that you never see and I can't tell you about because it's a sample, but it is such a good colour. But I will tell you about it as soon as I can. Because you see what that does? It just gives you a little bit of something without being anything, without making the eyes look like you've got a black on there or a brown. It's just a nude. So I'm just going to finish by putting a little bit more of the Bronze Moon. Not Bronze Moon, Golden Bronze from Bobbi Brown. This brush is another iconic one. Any of these gold tapered ones like that are from Iconic. Any of the blue ones that I use, like this, or grey, are my Kitco. Now the reason I use the sticks is because I can blend them out into virtually nothing, so they still look pretty natural. You can still see the skin texture underneath. Sometimes with eyeshadow it's quite flat or it's quite shimmery. You can see the shadow on the skin. You can see colour on the skin, but you can't see the product on the skin with a shadow stick if you blend it fast enough. I'm well aware this look isn't for everyone. A lot of people like a lot more makeup than this, but if you are one of those people that ever struggles with doing a tutorial because you feel like the base is too heavy and then everything else consequently looks heavy, then this is a great way to do the base so everything still looks kind of fresh and modern, especially as you get older. Sometimes it can look like, you know, a mask. I always find if I'm going to go for a stronger eye, I will go for a really pared down base like this. Or likewise, if I'm doing a red lip, I can do big base and lip, but leave the eyes quite bare. Or if I wanted to do a lip and an eyeliner, for example, then the modern way would be for me to do a minimal base. I find a minimal base much more flattering on me, unless I'm wearing this, which is incredible, but I can't use it in every video because everybody will go mad. So if you've got any comments about this, or any other products that you've bought that you like or that you don't like, or and you want any tips or advice, then you can leave the comments below this video. Thanks guys, thanks for tuning in, and I'd love to know what you think, if you would wear this or if this is just not enough. Take care. Don't forget, if you want to see shorter, quick videos of makeup ideas and inspiration, I do have an Instagram channel where I load those up, and they're only ever really 90 seconds to 3 minutes long max, but really useful if you're looking for something to wear with something on a night out. Do you know what I mean? It's more of an ideas thing than a tutorials. Have a great day, have a great Christmas, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye.